Izzy is feeling loads better today. It's getting on for 11 o'clock this morning, but even though it's a weekday, I didn't want to get her up at her usual 8:30 because I really wanted her to get some more sleep. So she sort of naturally surfaced about 10:30. She's just having some breakfast now. I'm going to pay a bit of attention to my messy house while Izzy wakes up. I think my kettle's broken, but I'm just going to check that it's not the fuse before I dispose of it. It's very old, and do you know what? This bit's been broken for ages. The filter's out, that's just been broken off, and this hasn't opened for ages because it's broken inside, but I kind of figured it wasn't broken enough to justify getting a new one, so I've just been living with it and it's been okay, to be honest. In the meantime, I've been using my trusty gas kettle. The sun just came out. Quick vlog in sunlight. So I've long since suspected that the electric kettle is using up a lot of power, but since I've had my smart meter, I have had it confirmed. When I had that going earlier, it was barely registering at all on the smart meter. But when the kettle's on, it goes right up into the red here. You can't see that very well because there's actually sun. So it goes right up into the red, and I don't know, it says like 60p an hour or something, but when the gas kettle was on, it was only saying 5p an hour, and I know it's not on for a whole hour, is it? So it doesn't cost you 60p, but it's interesting to see. So that might save some money if I just used my gas kettle. I will replace that though anyway if it is broken, because I would rather Izzy used an electric one if she's going to use a kettle for anything. She has to use emollient, you see, all over her body, so she's a bit flammable. So I don't want to use in the gas stove unsupervised. I'm wondering if that made me sound a bit overprotective. Washing my baby. I was going to talk to you about the veganism, wasn't I? Can I have a little chat now while I'm washing up? I broke my veganism yesterday. I was only ever trying it out. I wasn't committing to it, but I rather hoped I could manage a month. I wanted to get through that fortnight hump that apparently you need to get through before things settle down a bit. The problem with it that I've had was just continuous stomachache, bloating, wind, terrible, 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 terrible wind. Sorry guys. Oh dear. My stomach has been blown up like a balloon. It's been very uncomfortable. What have I been doing wrong? I'm not sure. So I was already a pescatarian, as you know. My diet already consists largely of pulses, probably eating pulses between 3 and 5 times a week anyway. Lots of lentils, beans. I introduced a bit of variety like barley and bulgur wheat, but it's nothing that I hadn't had before. I was eating nuts for protein and omega oils. I was eating quite a lot of chia seeds, but again, nothing new. The only thing different really was I didn't eat fish at all or dairy at all, but all the other things that I was eating I already ate on a regular basis. Tofu, of course, I had quite a lot of tofu. I had a bit of fake meat that's vegan, the odd hex sausage which is made mainly of pea protein, but everything did it had the same effect. Horrible, distended, bloated stomach. And although I initially lost a bit of weight, which is just anecdotal, there's nothing scientific here by the way, I initially lost weight, but then I put it back on. So I went down from about 9 stone to 8'11" within the first couple of days. Then I went up to 9'2", and I think it must just be that I'm substituting protein, like dense protein in dairy and fish, for carbohydrate instead, because of course everything vegan, more or less, is carbohydrate, give or take the odd salad leaf here and there. I did quite a lot of reading around the topic though. I've done a lot of reading articles online and watching videos, and there are arguments for and against all over the place. The more you look, the more you find. I did find one interesting article that said it can suit some people better than others. It was saying that if you've had a lot of antibiotics, your gut flora can not be in a good condition to deal with a vegan diet, and I have unfortunately had a lot of antibiotics over my life. Anyway, the long and short of it is I forgot my non-dairy milk yesterday when we went to the hospital. I was a bit flustered leaving, ended up being a bit of a rush because I lost my glasses for 10 minutes. So I had decided I was going to stop the experiment, just because I'd had a guts full of bad guts basically, and maybe it would have settled down, maybe it wouldn't have. But my dad doesn't get on well with a vegetarian diet. He says it does for his guts. And Izzy doesn't get on well with a very plant-based diet because fruit and veg usually flare her skin up, unfortunately. I think it's the salicylate in it. It just causes like urticarial type all over body flare-ups if she eats a lot. Maybe I'll try it again sometime when I'm in the mood. But for now, I'm just going to go back to the way I was. There, that's better. It's always nice to see the washing up done. Right, bit of a late start for Izzy. She's finally up, dressed, done all her millions of creams and is ready. And she's doing maths upstairs now. I'm just taking her a drink up at her request. Going to the study room. Here you go, darling.
Thank you.
How are you getting on?
Just started.
Do you need to watch the videos again?
No.
Oh, can you remember how to do it? Get you. Well, remember you've made some notes in your folder so you can check how to do it if you've forgotten. Well done. That's a little bit of a problem in my bedroom. Look. Dun, dun, dun. Mould. And here, by the window, and the other side. I didn't realise for ages that water was actually pooling down here, literally a pool of water. And here on the other side too, look. Mick, our caller, was advising me to just make sure to open the windows every day to air out the room. He thinks it's condensation, and I think he's right. But I was in Tesco's the other day looking at the reduced items, and there was a 2-pack of these things, moisture absorbers. Since I've put one on each windowsill, there hasn't been a puddle of moisture in the mornings, and I am continuing to vent the room when I remember as well. This label here goes pink when it's full, and what you do then is you put it in the microwave and it dries it all out again, so you can keep on using it over and over. The next thing to do is sort the laundry out. It's been mounding up over the last couple of days. I'm feeling hungry, so I'm going for a second breakfast. Well, it is 10 to 12, it's nearly lunchtime. Izzy's only just had her breakfast, so I'll get in sync with her for lunch then. Oh, that's the box for that moisture absorber thingy. There were 2 in the pack. I think it was about £7 maybe. There's a tester thingy. Mine is going towards pink now. You see that bit there? It says test. 6 minutes. Oh, there we are. It says after you microwave it, it can be really, really hot, so don't touch it for 15 minutes. That's my little health and safety warning. My crumpets are done. I've been using this spread instead of the coconut oil because the coconut oil's not the best on everything. It's not bad. I'm going to have a bit of that on it as well. This is a taste from my past. This is. I used to eat quite a lot of this when I was a lot younger. God, I've slathered that one, haven't I? It's quite good. Hey, Izzy did her maths really quickly. 45 minutes for that sort of mocky type thingy. I'm going to mark it now while she's on her break. She's only got 1 wrong out of the whole lot. That's brilliant going. She'll be well pleased with that. She's got most of these right as well. Great stuff. There's a couple she didn't finish, but to be honest, she's been going great guns with this topic, so I'm just going to move on. Now I've done that, I'm just going to prep the next bits, print out the relevant parts and put a sticky note in the folder telling her what to do in her next lesson while it's still fresh in my mind now. Ah, look at this, look what's happened. First of all, comments are turned off and oh, I can no longer save it to a playlist. I know what that is. The new COPA legislation, isn't it? He's had to mark it as made for kids. That's really inconvenient because it was a really good resource for me to be able to put all the educational videos into a playlist so that when she comes to revise that she can just watch them all in one go, you know, go through the revision playlist over and over and over and learn with repetition. That's really frustrating. I'm wondering if I should email him, email somebody, I don't know. His most recent one seems to be okay, so it's obviously not all of them. I might send him a tweet. I got my new backup drive in the end. This is literally just going to be an archive backup. It's 2 terabytes. This has got all of my videos from 2019 and any raw footage that I haven't deleted, though I actually do delete most of it. And that's only filled up a fraction, and it was about £50, that one. So that should keep me going for a few years, I think. This is my main backup, and that's a 4 terabyte. Izzy's just literally finished an English language assignment on poetry, which I'm just emailing off to the tutor now. This is the first one she's done in ages, actually. English keeps getting sidelined. Yeah, it's basically a 10-month course. She would be expected to start it in September and be sitting the exams the following May or June, whenever they are. But there's no way she's ready. So we're doing a 10-month course over 2 years. The thing is, it's making us complacent, and whenever we get behind with stuff because of health reasons, the English is being put on hold to fit in with the other things, and it's not good because English is so important. My plan was to do the course in the 10 months and then revise it for the next 10 months whilst fitting in other bits of exercises of spelling, grammar, that sort of thing. Continued work on structuring essays, I suppose. But yeah, we do need to pick our game up a bit. I am now officially starving and I'm going to get some food on. Izzy's got a bad stomach again. On top of everything else, the usual weekly pattern of bad stomach related to one of the oral meds that she's on. She's trying to switch over to another one, but there are delays. But they are going to try her one more time on Jabby, the Jabby form, the injection form of the current meds, which shouldn't have any gastrointestinal issues because it goes directly into the bloodstream, you see. The last time she had it, she happened to be very ill for 2 or 3 days afterwards, but the blood tests came back clear and it was never really figured out whether it was a virus or not. She didn't have an infection. That was ruled out. So I don't know. She's going to give it one more go, I think, if she can't get onto the dupilumab eczema medication before the end of January. All in all today, I haven't really done any contact teaching time at all, apart from when I just went over a bit of her history with her just now. It's all been admin, and it's kept me busy almost all day. So there we are. But I will be doing some teaching afterwards. Well, I say teaching. We'll be watching her biology lesson together, and I'll be facilitating what is already there. The teacher's actually like on the video, so we'll be going through it together. We're having oven chips, veggie sausages and a veggie burger for Izzy. It's actually all vegan still. And peas and sweet corn, which are frozen. Nice and easy. She's having the one of those that was left in the packet, and I'm having the 4 of those that were left in the packet. These are really nice. Absolutely delicious, but they're no good for Izzy because they're too spicy and she'll flare up. We're actually going out this evening to see Frozen 2 with 3 of Isabel's friends and a handful of parents. Ivy might come. I'll be surprised if he does, but he appears to be thinking about it. Can't see Frozen 2 being his cup of tea. I'm even wondering if I misinterpreted his texted reply about it. It wasn't that specific. We'll see. But we have to do science and history after lunch, and that's okay. It's 2:30 now. We're not going out till about 5:30, so it's okay. Should fit it in, hopefully.
I highly recommend opening another tab now on your computer and watching the extra video called tau proteins. It's all a PhD student who is currently researching tau proteins. If a clot occurs, then blood cannot get to areas of the brain.
Well, it's much later now. We're back from the cinema. I took the GoPro with me and I went to do some filming and realised I left the SD in there. So no filming could be done. Yeah, sorry about that. But thanks for watching. Bye.